Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill. And today we are going to play TNH 105/1000, pretty much Czechoslovakia and tier 8 heavy tank. And I know plenty of you are going to struggle playing with this vehicle because the tank is not that great. I think this tank is actually the weakest tank in the line. That's what I want to believe. And don't get me wrong, Czechoslovakian heavy tanks are great, especially tier 9, tier 10, even tier 7 is actually fine, and I think I should consider reevaluating that vehicle. But speaking about the tier 8, it is a bit of the problem. Now, Skill, what is so bad about this vehicle, or what is not so good about this tank? The thing is, autoloader, this tank has autoloader, which is great, 2 in the magazine, or alternatively, you have a different choice, you can use the single shooter gun, hip hip hooray. But truth to be told, in the current meta, yeah, you are meeting disease. You are. What do you want me to say? This is how this vehicle is looking like nowadays. The armor is, well, how to be kind for this vehicle? Lackluster, to say that the least, right? So you cannot really be too aggressive and you need to be smart in the same time, right? You can meet buzzers who are going to penetrate you with auto aim because why not, you know? Your speed is not that great, and once again, your gun handling is not excellent either way. There is a lot of bad things about this vehicle, fellas. Believe me. And I know from experience, I know how many people overall in the stream said, Skill! Tier 8 TNH is unplayable. I feel you, boys, I feel you. And you know what is the funnest part of all this? Skoda T56 is the same tier as this vehicle is. It is the same nation as this vehicle is. But this tank, well, how to be polite and how to say everything. It's just not great, okay? I will be very, very polite. I will say it is not great. That's about it, fellas. Okay, in this situation, we are feeling actually messed up to the maximum. I would love to say we would have many different solutions how to play this game. I would love to say we can spank enemies like there is no tomorrow. But in this situation, everything is looking very, very bad. Not only we do not really have team, in the same time I started game by losing literally 1000 hit points by Baza and Arta. So it is very, very bad. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to say, okay, fine, my hands are, I can't do anything. No, I'm not going to do that. We are going to fight till the last moment, and fingers crossed we are going to make this vehicle work. Although, once again, it is a challenge and it is hard. It is a challenge for sure. Okay. What we are doing, we are going to take this Alpha 3 position and we will wait until enemies will get involved. I think this is the best defense position for us, and let's cross our fingers and let's try to make it work. It is very important thing to say. Okay, Mr. Skoda, how are you doing? That would be one. This gun handling is far away from being fine, fellas. I just really want to highlight this. It's fine. It's fine. Do not give up. Guys, if you are going to grind towards this tank, you are going to have the situation as I do now. Believe me. It will question your life choices and do you want to grind towards the tier 10, but believe me, tier 9 and tier 10 is going to be so much better, believe me. Trust me on this one. Okay. Yeah, the biggest highlight is how horrible gun handling of this vehicle is. This is why people are actually considering using a non-auto-loader gun in order to make it work. It is very important thing to highlight, fellas. Okay, that would be one. That would be two. Nice. Ooh, TNH, you found the angle. I see what you are doing here. Now, we have one bad thing. I am kind of down to fartable for everyone from the enemy team, but once again, we are going to be fine. Such a hard start. Such a hard start of this game, fellas. Very, very hard. Once again, at this point, all we want to see enemies failing. Nice. Beautiful. Fixing the most horrible start, fellas. And you know, it is a very good overall highlight how this vehicle is performing. Fellas, I'm not upset about this. I am actually happy to show how this tank can perform when the things are not looking that great as you would like to see, right? So don't get me wrong. This is a very, very, very nice situation, and it's overall highlighting many things with this tank. And in the same time, I think the whole point of having quite bad tanks in the first place is to make people to spend their free experience somehow, right? I think it is important for Wargaming to sync the free experience from the game or whatever else, right? I think that must be highlighted. By the way, in this situation, I do not really think I can be aggressive in any shape or any form. And enemies are capping the base in the same time. That is a bit of the problem, if you would ask me. Cupola. Wow, we hit Cupola? Is it even real life? Is it even real life? We hit Cupola, fellas. Okay, okay, okay. Beautiful. Now what I want to see him getting a bit involved here. And we will go for other Cupola shot. Actually, it's not so simple as I would like to say it is. It is way more complicated. Wait, relax, take it easy. I need to give kudos for him for knowing how to cross like this. That is very, very, very impressive. That is very impressive, fellas. Nice. Beautiful, very, very nice. Okay, I have one more shot and I need to figure out how to decap the base. Now we need to try to figure out where is... Ooh, brave. Brave mother truckers, not capping the base. Very nice. Thank you very much for allowing me to fix my game. I appreciate you boys. Ooh, fellas, from pile of Kaku as a game, we are approaching a decent territory. Still you are spamming gold. Absolutely, yes. What do you expect me to do, fellas? To shoot wooden bananas? What do you expect, fellas? Let's see. I am happy how this game went, and in the same time, once again, it was a good lesson. This tank is far away from being perfect. You can meet buzzers and whatnot, and then the situation can become a bit different, to say that the least, you know? Let's go with the standard ammunition. And that's what I mean by saying never give up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Even though the game was horrible, we started everything with minus 3/4 of our hit points. We are still performing pretty well. We are still performing pretty well, fellas. I'm trying to figure out how we can win this. 1, 2. I'm trying to go for a blind shots here. I am trying to go for a blind shots. Fellas, it's not that easy. I tried to save this game as much as I physically and possibly could. I truly did try to save this game. Ooh, quite a game. Quite a game, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, very big highlight. Once again, I heard plenty of people saying skill, the DPM of this gun is pile of kaku. It is so much better, or I had way more fun playing with a stock gun, and I will show you which one, fellas. Now, let's appreciate this game. We have close to 4,000 combined and 2,600 damage, 1,200 assisting damage. That was a great game. So looking into all of this, fellas, we performed great considering we lost everything what we had in the first minute of the game by the buzzer shot in the side. Buzzer. Very, very nice tank you crafted there, but in the end of the day, we scored on top. We lost 7,000 credits because I spammed a lot of gold, and I believe that's fair and that is understandable. And all in all, speaking about the guns of this tank, I am going with this mother trucker, right? But as you can see, there is other gun up here, and pretty much what is the difference between those two? Penetration values are the same, everything is pretty much the same, apart DPM, dispersion, and aiming time. So pretty much this tank is becoming so much more accurate, it has better DPM, but it doesn't have the burst fire, and this is what I don't like. I like burst fire, fellas. I really appreciate it whenever I can. Spank someone twice and after that escape. Spank someone twice and then escape, right? Although, once again, this situation can work, and if it fits, if it floats your boat, then, you know, it's up to you what you are going to use. Anyways, first game went well. Let's go. Okay, guys, what do we have? We have live oaks and standard battle. Plus, on top of that, we have a very, very decent matchmaking. Okay. By the way, I am not entirely sure have I said what equipment to use or this tank on this vehicle, right? Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, index page is there for you to help with equipment setup. I personally use ventilation, improved aiming unit, and stabilizer. I think this setup is actually working the best. Well, at least that's what I think. We have one Bazam, so we are going to be his bodyguard. Or maybe he will be our bodyguard, who knows? Who knows, fellas? Now the question is, this guy is going to be aggressive or not? IMBT is crossing. Okay, he's going in. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I think our bazaar is effed. And by saying effed, I mean the highest level of effed, if you know what I mean. I do not really think we can help him. I don't really think we can do something about this. I think our bazaar is GG. I mean, how long he is surviving, it's beyond me, but keep this in mind. It is not a good idea to follow against pretty much 3 tanks. 3 of them being auto-loaders. So if they will focus you, and believe me, between Baza and between TNH, if I would be auto-loader, I would probably spank the TNH, you know? That was, maybe it wasn't very nice not to help this Mr. Baza, but that was just better decision overall in order to win the game. I honestly think I would be already dead if I would play aggressively here. Not popular decision, but sometimes you need to evaluate the risk, you know? Risk is not worth the reward. Okay. Let's see what we can do, fellas. No, enemies, any mistakes, pretty please. Okay, Borat. Beautiful tracking shot. No, one more. The gun handling is working in this game. So far, 2 times I tried to clip someone, 2 times I managed to do that successfully. That is very, very good. That is rare, fellas. You cannot expect this tank to work that great all the time. I can promise you that. No? For a third one. One. Wow! Gun handling, hello, mister. Guys. Fellas, we have a problem. Help. We need Scorpion in the back. We need to hold as long as we physically and possibly can at this point. That's what we need to do, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Just hold it. Okay, Scorpion is going to take the position from where he can support us. I hope Scorpion is going to go here. That's what I am hoping for. Oh yes, beautiful, my man, beautiful. Okay, at least we have one gun who can support us and who can spank enemies. Now, at this point, it is shooting goose game. Skill, what do you mean it is a shooting goose game? Well, I mean, if our guy will support us, we might survive a little longer. Or alternatively, we are going to go to the garage with a big smile on our face. Farewell, Scorpion. Farewell. Yeah, there is nothing what we can change about this. Fellas, 3-8 score. I can do whatever I want. I am just, I just simply need to bend over. Skill, I have a question. If you would make pressure together with Baza, would situation be better or different? It would be different. 100%. I would be dead earlier. Ooh, second game, fellas. 2.6 thousand damage, no assisting damage. It was, all right. This is all I can say. It was all right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is as much as we could do in this kind of situation, and we need to be grateful, we need to be happy. Ooh, enemy light tank spotted 4,000. Well, that makes sense. Anyways, luckily in this game we made 29,000 credits, which is always nice and always welcome. And let's go for a third game with TNH. Come on, TNH, you can make it work. I believe you can make it work. Let's do this. Okay, definitely not my favorite map, Abbey, tier 9s, but we will try to make it work nevertheless, fellas. So, what is the goal and what is the challenge for us in this game? Goal is simple. All we need to do, we need to place somewhere in the middle. That's what we need to do. At least that's what I think. I do not want to go to the 8th line. I think we will get outspotted way too easy, and it's going to be mine, meatball. Yes. Hi. Thank you. Beautiful. Light Tank decided to go for a YOLO scout run. I appreciate him. This is how he gave us 300 of his health. Very nice. Fellas, appreciate your local tourists. I'm telling you, tourists are the best part of this game. What we would do without tourists, huh? What we would do without tourists? We would cry, we would be sad, we would take one for the team. And tourists are making tourism possible, So appreciate it. Kunze. Not so simple. Not so simple to hit him. Okay, I'm going on the reload once again. It is fine. This is going to be quite hard one, and his proxy spotting us as well whenever we are getting closer. Such a aggressive play from the Kunze, I would say. The thing is, I cannot fully clip him out. Oh, but our light tank... Our light tank is going for him. Kunze is kind of disappointed with his life decisions at this point. But look at this, we found brother from other mother. How are you doing? 9 to the lower plate twice. Beautiful 600 damage just in 2.5 seconds. And now we are relaxing and we are enjoying ourselves. There is no need for us to go on the full try-hard pressure mode. Believe me, it is just not a good decision. We need to be smart. That's what we need to do, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, Kunze. Enjoying yourself? Good, 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 good. Have a good one. Very nice. He's down to fartable at this point. At this point, we need to wait until he will mess up. Or until his friend will mess up. Bam. Beautiful. One-shottable as well. So now we have one guy and two guys who are who can go down from one clip. And this is exactly what we want to see, fellas. We prepared them to send those beautiful gentlemen to the garage. That's all we need, that's all we want. So, Mr. Kunze, go to the garage. I still have one in the magazine. And at this point I am trying to hunt the TNH. Where is the Mr. TNH? I could go on the reload as well. Wait a second, maybe we have a good angle to punish him. Nah, not really. Okay, TNH is trying to play here. T77 is trying to play here. Shame. I am pretending I want to escape, although not quite. You know what? I'm going for him. I think we can send him to the garage. Oi, oi, Su 1:30 p.m. Oi, that was painful. It's okay. It's okay. I lost a lot of hit points because of this decision, but let it be. The most important thing is we send him to the garage. I could have expected that. Su 1:30 p.m. never ever was spotted, so, you know. I cannot say, oh, Nani? Really? Sniping from the typical tank destroyer position? Oh, I would never tell that. I would never expect that. Yeah, that's kind of expectable. So accepted. Okay, next. How about if we would eliminate this Lorraine trying to escape? He's dead already. Okay, now the question how to deal with this Mr. Skoda over there. Okay, he's in the open field. This is exactly what I need. And we can start spanking him in the butt. Beautiful. One more. Excellent. Very, very nice. The next victim for us is going to be this T77 whenever I am going to reload, right? That's what we are going to do. I have a feeling he's just simply waiting here in the corner and he is saying, no, you are going to peek eventually. And he is not wrong. I will. And he is not wrong. I will definitely peek. That would be one. Come on, let's go for second. Two. Nice. Let's try to escape before getting killed. Nice. We are alive. Beautiful. Oi, 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 oi. So much thinking. So much sweat. So much trying, fellas. And we got 3,000. So much of everything, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. So much of everything. Okay, let's see. Can we eliminate him from the game? Yes, we can. Now the question is, IMBT is in our back or not so much? Ooh, maybe Brother in Arms? No, we cannot rig them. That's fine. Once again, fellas, I really want to highlight this. This vehicle is going to be pretty a hard tank to play with. And if you are grinding towards the Vaza 55, which I know plenty of you will, this might be quite a hard barrier to cross, you know, or the ditch to jump, or however you would say. This is going to be the biggest problem, at least that's what I want to believe. I hope those 3 games gave you quite a good understanding how to play with a vehicle and how do I play. Pretty much the answer is simple. Obviously treat yourself as a semi-heavy, semi-medium because the armor of your side and the gun is not that great. Also DPM is a tier 5 DPM. I'm not even joking. Look at this, 1,600 DPM, right? So you need to be very, very smart and very selective what kind of decisions you are making in the game. That's what I am trying to say. And all in all, for our last game, we have 3,100 damage. We are top by experience as well. And we got ourselves 56,000 profits, which is very, very nice. So in all and all, we played 3 games with this vehicle. Unfortunately, we finished it with a 33% win ratio, but all in all, 2,800 damage and 400 assisting damage is fine. Believe me, especially that first game where Buzz spanked us in the face. I mean, we can only be humble and say thank you very much, game, for allowing us to do 2,800. One more thing to say, whenever I played for marking with this vehicle, or for marks I supposed to say, I played for 2,500 damage and for 700 assisting damage. So yeah, that indicates a lot about the tank. It's just not that excellent. Or maybe I am that bad dancer whose balls is disturbing him. Who knows? Anyways, thank you very much, fellas, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.